and it's 50 degrees outside. That's how the weather works here in Georgia. For one day it's 20 degrees, next day it's 50 degrees, and it'll go back down to 20 degrees. But it is cloudy today, and the clouds are moving pretty quick. I didn't check the weather to see if it was going to rain today or not. But I do have my cup of coffee. Should we start a poll? We should start a poll. I gotta think about what I want to do a poll for. I never think of it in advance. I think Leo said we should do this one, so we're gonna do this one right here. Which do you like? We'll do this one first. And then this one. No, that's how you spell it. What's another option? Things that you would like to eat. Your favorite foods. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then a weird one at the bottom. So we have our poll started. Leo's not on here yet. He's slacking. Everybody's got their little Christmas lights up and stuff around town. All these Christmas parades and Christmas this and Christmas that. It's everywhere. What are you gonna do? I guess you just have to. What kind of bird that is? I don't have my other phone to tell me what kind of bird that is. It goes. It sounded weird. See, normally I have my other phone. I can do the bird app and I can tell. Good morning, Jordan. How are we today? Welcome to Coffee with Malcolm. Casual conversation in the morning over a cup of coffee. We're sitting outside. The weather's decent. It's not freezing cold. Birds are chirping. Breeze is blowing. And I have to start work in about 45 minutes, which I'm right here at my work already, as most people know. I was listening to, playing with that Gemini app on the phone, the new AI thing that you can just like have a chat with and talk to and ask questions and whatnot. So I was asking about this day in history. Rosa Parks refused to move her seat. This was the day that she did this, back in 55 or 65. Oh crap, I got the year wrong. It was in the 60s. Dang it. A relaxing start to my morning with this stream? Well, of course. I do this Monday through Friday, and in the mornings, just have a cup of coffee. No big deal. I can't remember the year, but this is the year, or this is the day that Rosa Parks refused to move on the bus, and it started that whole civil rights movement. So that was interesting. And another thing happened in history today was prohibition was lifted, so people could start drinking alcohol again. So if you have a drink today and toast to prohibition being canceled, if you will. I don't know what else to call it. My mind's blank. It's too early in the morning. I've just started my first cup of coffee, so. There was a couple other weird things that happened this day in history, but whatever. Oh, and I was scrolling through the news this morning, and the headline, I didn't read the story, but the headline basically said that this elderly woman in Pennsylvania was looking for her cat, and as she was walking along, she got swallowed by a sinkhole, and they're looking for her. So, just the opposite of a cat getting stuck in a tree, now the cat's stuck in a hole, but this time with an old lady. Hopefully they'll find her. Hopefully she's okay. I didn't read the whole story, but yeah. They believe she was just walking along looking for her cat, and then this sinkhole opened up and swallowed her. Kind of I guess that's not a very good story to tell. I don't know. Dang cats. If they just come home like they're told, little old ladies wouldn't be falling down in holes, right? There's no ground, don't step there. Grandma always said, that's right. My man always said, don't step on something that ain't there. Oh, have you, Brown? Have you ever been to Chicago? They're at the. It's called the Willis Tower now. It used to be called the Sears Tower. And I've been to Chicago one time for like one day, and we went to me and the buddy of mine went to the Willis Tower, and better than the CEO. Never got to explore. Well, on Willis Tower they have an observation deck, and on this observation deck they sell souvenirs for Chicago and all that garbage like that. But they also have these, I just call them bubbles, protruding out of the building, and they're really thick plexiglass boxes that stick out of the building that you can walk out onto, and it's super creepy. And the reason brought to my mind because the don't step on the ground if it's not there, because when I tried to step out on that bubble, all the instincts in my body were like, don't do this, you're gonna fall and die, because you could see everything on the ground, little bitty cars and everything, you're so far up. And there were two bubbles. Some people were like crawling out onto the thing and like taking pictures, of course, stuff like that. But it was super creepy and super eerie to force my foot to take that first step on that bubble. And yeah, it was pretty wild. And my friend, complete afraid of heights, but he knew I would like that, so he took me up there. Meanwhile, he's in the center, right next to the elevators, hugging the wall. He's like, I'm not coming out there. I have pictures, but I don't. That was an old computer, and that was years ago. I don't think I have those pictures anymore. We didn't have cloud storage at the time, so. But yeah, went on the bubble, so that was kind of wild, and it did take a lot to force my mind to. The grandma's story turned out better than the CU was gunned down yesterday. Oh yeah, I heard about that too. There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on in the world all the time. Jeez. I even asked that Gemini app, the AI you can talk to. I've been asking it the past few days in the morning, like, tell me some good news that's going on in the world. And it pretty much draws a blank. it can't really think of anything, any good news, like some charity or people saved, or, the old lady getting found in the sinkhole or whatever, a local food bank has been blessed with a bunch of food or something like that. You don't want to know what's going on in your country. What country are you in, Trevor? I'm here in the Atlanta, Georgia area, and it's cloudy. Oh, there's a little bench out here. A couple little things that happen every morning around 7:30. This girl, lady, whatever, drives across the street in front of me, and she like floors her car. She's like, "When?" Just to stop at this stop sign and wait 2 minutes to get out on traffic. She floors it, flies past me every morning around 7:30. And about 7:45, there's a tow truck business next door, and he comes driving by around 7:45. So we got the Truman Show type stuff that keeps happening every single morning at the exact same time. You're in Estonia. What's going on in Estonia? The glass bridge over the Grand Canyon. I would love to go to the Grand Canyon. People are like, it's just a ditch, but I don't know. That's like one of the places I would like to go see. Just awe-inspiring. I mean, you could see it on TV and the computer and things like that, but actually seeing it in person, from what I've heard, there's no comparison. But that glass bridge, it's not a little bridge going across. It's like this horseshoe-shaped thing, right? On the Grand Canyon, if I remember correctly, seeing it online. Gosh, I could imagine that breaking or something. People driving you bad in country, yeah. First time this year. Yeah, I'd like to go. I just got to find the time. If I haven't taken a trip. I like a real trip. I've done little trips, maybe an hour from home, stuff like that. But to actually go somewhere and get a hotel and stay a few days, I haven't done that in forever. So I mean, I'd like to go do something like that. Just me, all alone. I could do a live stream out there. I doubt there's a signal though. It'll be a pre-recorded live stream. So the driving's bad in Estonia. Indian boy, are you really going to start the morning with that today? We're trying to have a civil conversation. We did veer off to a lady in a hole, but other than that, we're doing okay. Yesterday, I went to this cool little restaurant called Team Biscuits and Burgers, and they're only open breakfast and lunch. I should have went there for breakfast this morning. Anyway, I went there for lunch yesterday. Got a cheeseburger and some sweet potato fries. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good little meal. It was only like $8.50 for burger, fries, and a drink. And it was a locally owned little restaurant, so I like doing that kind of thing too. And yeah, it was nice. I've been just eating a sandwich here at work, or not even going anywhere for lunch sometimes. I just maybe walk to the park or something. There's a park across the street. Maybe walk over there and listen to the birds and watch around if the weather's nice. I'm not crazy about cold weather, so I'm not going to go over there. It's freezing. But anyway. Yeah, don't touch yourself, Indian boy. Or get some icy hot. Do it with icy hot one time, and you'll stop forever. Biscuits and gravy. Yeah, they got biscuits, gravy. And then, as I got back, I really didn't go over the menu that well. And kind of like in a reverse thing, after I got back to the office, I looked at their menu even more. They had chicken and waffles. Like I haven't had chicken and waffles. And when I started reading the reviews, it was like a big thing there, and I totally didn't even realize it. Indian, you need to take a break, buddy. Need to take a break. I'm missing a few of my regulars on here. Leo's normal. He's a moderator. He's normally first guy on here. It's kind of odd for him not to be on the stream. Hope he's all right. I'm sure he is. Can't be on every single day, right? Life happens. Things happen in the world. I got a couple cats at home, and they were snuggled up with me last night. I was covered in cats. They keep me warm. I've got a dog too, but she stays outside. She's a rescue, and she's older. I don't know if she's housebroken or not. And the cats aren't crazy about the dogs, so she stays in the backyard. But I made her a really big dog house. How's my crazy sister? I don't talk to her every day. I don't know. I'm sure she's doing fine. I sent her one of my coffee mugs, the Coffee with Malcolm coffee mug. And she sent me a picture of her drinking out. She was happy about that. I'm sure she's fine. She's married with no kids and no plans on getting kids ever. She's doing great. She's got nothing to worry about. She's got a good job. She's a nurse, and she has no kids. So I'm sure she's doing okay. Could have her on again for another stream. Do a little split screen. Maybe we could do a split screen with one of you guys. Maybe Terry or Leo. If you want to do a split screen, you can join me on the camera one day. Do that like on a certain day of the week, maybe like Wednesdays or something. Split screen Wednesdays. Yeah, she's She's that was a cool little trip. That walkway she was on, and she is distracted very easily, which is amusing. Um, I can pick on her really good because she's my sister, right? So I've always picked on her, and she always laughs. So I hope she's not crying afterwards. Yeah, we should do some split screens. Get some regular people on here and have discussions that way. Do like once a week, not every day, of course. Maybe once a week, and then pick a day like I think Wednesday, like in the middle of the week, have a guest appearance. I just got to get better at coming up with some subjects to talk about. This is episode 59. You believe that? I've done 59 of these so far. I'm just moving right along. And my subscriber count's gone up. My viewers hours are going up. So the channel's growing. I'm really excited about that. Hey, Trevor. She picks right back. Yeah. Yeah, she goes back and forth. She's a good sport. Corn addicted. Oh, we got that gentleman from, I'm assuming, Japan. I don't know. He says hi again. I think he'll recognize those symbols or letters. They would be letters in his language or her language. I don't know. All they ever do is say hi, and that's it. But welcome, all the same. I got the new little microphone to go with my camera, but I got to charge it. It came in last night. Japan is a blur. I was technically in Japan for a couple hours because of a layover in Tokyo, but I don't count that as visiting Japan. And I really couldn't see much from the airport, so that's kind of messed up. The airport was pretty cool, really futuristic like. South Korea was the same way. South Korea was in trouble. Their president declared martial law and then was like, never mind, I was just playing. And they're going to kick him out. We could talk. You're 21, you're Army veteran. Yeah. You're driving a semi. I can't stay awake long enough to drive a semi. I remember as a kid, there was a factory in our town, and these trucks would be going by all the time, and they would honk their horns and stuff. And I thought that was so cool as a kid. I could go in those trucks and just drive all over the country. I'd drive 40 minutes to work, and I have a hard time staying awake. I couldn't imagine driving cross country. Good morning, Matthew. Yeah, and then I guess they have those partners where two people are in the truck. They take turns for the long hauls and stuff like that. No, I was horrible with convoys in the military and things like that. I just had a hard time staying awake. Headed to South Korea. Yeah, that's where I was coming back. I don't know if I was going to South Korea or coming back from South Korea when I had the layover in Japan. I think it was coming back. Going there, we flew South Korean Airlines, and it was nonstop. That South Korean's airline was nice. That was I don't fly often. I've flown Delta and some cheap airlines and a few times, but that South Korean airline was on point. That was really nice. The people, the staff, if you will, the crew, super attentive and very nice and friendly. You hit the little bell or button if you wanted something, and it didn't take them long. They came to you fast, you know. League of Legends in the plane. But I mean, the food was good. You could walk around. It was a good sized plane. I can't remember what size plane it was. And like I said, they were very friendly, very attentive, and every seat had its own little TV. And yeah. Hello from Ireland. Well, hello, Fred. I'm not going to do an Ireland accent. So. You drove partners for a bit, but you've been driving now for 7 years. You got tired of being a diesel mechanic. Diesel mechanics are in demand. I know they are here in Georgia. You see signs all the time, now hiring, looking for a mechanic. and they're just not that many of them, I guess. I have noticed that though. Different places looking for mechanics are short. You might, if you ever wanted to be a mechanic again, you probably could make good money down here in Georgia. Because I've seen a few places that are looking. I don't know. But if you like driving, just drive, you know. Aye, mate. I think that would be more Australian than Ireland. Or would it? You make more money driving? Well, that's good. What do you think about the Tesla semi, the autonomous battery operated semi truck? What do you think about that, Terry? There's the worker across the street leaving for the day. What time is she leaving? See, I'm an old man now. Look at this. 7:30 she gets off. She parks there almost every single time, and she leaves the exact same time this day. That's how boring my life is right now. Oh, you're going to be a lawyer? Law degree in Aussie land. Huh. You're 59, ready to retire? I'm only 48, and I'm like logging people's activities in front of me like I'm sitting on my front porch all day long. Istanbul's here. Say top of the morning to you in an Irish accent. You really want me to do that? I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do an Irish accent. Honestly, I mean, I can try to do like an Indian accent or an Australian accent, kinda. I don't know. Yeah, the Tesla semis would have difficulty in cold weather because of batteries and stuff like that. I imagine, yeah, or driving in icy conditions and things like that. A supermarket. You came from, well, okay. Istanbul's doing a little grocery shop. Get off my lawn. That's right. If you say good, I might, you'll always sound like an Australian. G'day, mate. G'day, mate. That's the only one I can. If you say those three words, the English words fast, you'll sound like an Australian. You don't want to retire? You lose your mind. Just screaming. Well, see, that's the wonderful thing about technology. I don't have to scream at random people on the street. I can yell at random people on the internet from around the world. It's never ending. Oh, me. I got a long ways before I retire, so. But anyway, yeah. What, another 15 years or so? And I can't imagine what kind of technology we're going to have then. I didn't block you, Indian boy. I'm just ignoring your weird comments at the moment. They thought you were from Italy because you walk fast? That's odd. I mean, I walk fast, and I'm in the United States from the military. Range walking. You got to get going. You got to get where you're going. I get irritated at stores. I'll be moving along. I know where I want to go get my stuff. And you got somebody in Walmart, which they probably visit multiple times throughout the week, throughout their whole lives. And they act like it's the first time they've ever been in a Walmart. And they're just like, looking around. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Like, get out of my way, sightseers. I'm trying to buy my crap and get out of here. If you retired in 2005, but you're still driving a truck. I work at the post office, Matthew, and the post office is right there beside me. But I can't film inside because that's against rules and regulations. So I sit here on this bench. Or if it's super cold or rainy, sit in my car. Not like very, very fast, like almost running fast. I don't know. Terry can corroborate my story about range walking. Borderline running, but you're walking. This wind's picking up. It doesn't even say it's going to rain, and it's cloudy like this. It's weird. You have license valid to 2024. I'm I'm not sure what we're talking about, Neat. We're talking about driving license? You like the tree behind me? The old one? Yeah, it drops limbs all the time. It's really old. And the lady that owns the property behind the post office gets mad if we, it's her tree. It's her tree, and if the tree limb falls down, we put it on the property line. She totally freaks out. Oh, yeah, I was at E7 as well. A mailman, yeah. Look more like the mailman than your dad. Well, I work at the counter, so I'm not going door to door. I work inside the building all day. So, no special deliveries from me. I make no special deliveries. Tina, my coworker, said she's going to be late today, so I got another 10 minutes and I don't have the street to go outside. If the wind's too much, I can go sit in the car. If the wind's blowing too much, you guys let me know. Special delivery. Yeah, that's what it is. Special delivery. You can take my lunch break. This tree. I got really huge oak trees in my yard, 2 large ones, and because the weather is so warm until almost late November, the leaves haven't even fallen yet. It's kind of annoying because I want to get all those leaves blown away and taken care of, but I'm waiting on these 2 oak trees. And they're massive. They're probably 100, 150 years old trees. I tried looking that up. They say you can like measure the diameter of the trunk and things like that, and you can kind of guesstimate how old it is. But I don't know. I tried to use one of those online calculators to find how old this tree was, and one site said 100 years old, another site said 180 years old. Well, come on down to the U.S. again. Nobody's stopping you. Gorilla, where you been, man? Is Neat a student? I'm not sure. My hair, I got old man light hair. It just flows everywhere. I totally forgot what I was talking about. Georgia has the best trees you've ever seen. Well, I mean, there's a lot of historical towns in Georgia, and a lot of these historical towns, like for instance, across the street here, you'll notice these trees. How they're all lined up across the street in rows. Those are pecan trees. And pecan trees, big in Georgia. But as farmers sold their pecan tree farms, if you will, and buildings were built up, some of the pecan trees were left behind, and that's why they're in rows like that, because they used to be farmed like that all the time. You'll see that a lot of places around through Georgia. What was my MOS in the military? First it was 11 Bravo for only a couple years, and then I switched over to 25 Uniform Communications. So yeah. Drove there to record. Oh, you're in a rock band? Which rock band? Wesley's a rocker, musician. He didn't even tell us. Oh, we got somebody from Russia. Forgive me for not being able to pronounce your name, but welcome all the same. That's what I was saying. Those old trees, like oak trees and things like that, towering over these old buildings and stuff. It's really cool to look at. But here recently in the town I live in, they've been chopping a few of them down, and they say that they fear they're going to fall because they're really old and they're getting kind of rotten in the middle. They like tested them or something like that, and they're like having to chop them down. It's kind of like meh. And they plant this little twig in its place. All right, tree, see you in another 100 years, you know. It takes so damn long to get that. You played a show in Kennesaw. What was the name of your band, Wesley? We might have to look up Wesley's band. See if we can find some of his music on YouTube or Spotify. Oh, Calvary Scout and Bradley Mechanic. Yeah, I did the radios in the Bradleys and the Abrams. I was part of an armored cavalry regiment. So yeah, I was inside those tanks and stuff. The 577s, 113s, all those tracked vehicles and stuff. Ever drink Old Monk? Never heard of that. I like animals. I have a bunch of pets at home. We actually do animal rescue. My girlfriend and I do animal. Well, she does most of the rescuing. I support her to a point. Cats, dogs, things like that. Try to get them to the vet, get them fixed, and get all their shots and everything like that. You know. It's kind of cold. It's 50 degrees. Just the wind's blowing. I may go sit in the car in the next few minutes or something. I think I can tough it out. I'll just tough it out. You guys can feel sorry for me for a few minutes. Let's sit down here. But I have my insulated mug, so my coffee's not getting cold. Still nice and hot. I had to, because when I was sitting out here with the regular mug, my coffee would be ice cold in 30 minutes. But now, I'm good to go. It was not that expensive. It was like $18 on Amazon. $13 degrees, 20 degrees. No, thank you. And work's going fine. I got it over here, I have to admit. I can't complain about anything when it comes to my job. Your whole family's in North Georgia? Yeah, North Georgia is really nice. I did a camping trip last year, and for a week I planned 3 different stops, and I started in North Georgia at this one park and froze myself to death because I did not go prepared. Everybody, it was super cold. Everybody was staying in their tents. Nobody was getting out like hiking and doing stuff. I tried a little bit. It was just bitter cold. It was miserable. Nothing against the park. It was really nice, but you got one song on Spotify. You're not thinking about the song called Tattoo Molly. Wicked Country Road, Tattoo Molly. I got to try to remember that. We're going to look up Wesley and see how famous he is on the internet with this song. Oh, there's Tow Truck Guy. He's a little early. Nope, he's right on time. 7:45. See, there he is. Tow Truck Guy. Every day, 7:45. Chickamauga Battlefield one summer. Yeah, and summers can be pretty brutal down here too. But I'd much rather have summertime than wintertime. I just don't feel like I can ever get warm. Just once I get cold, I just stay cold the whole damn time. I don't like it. 2 degrees Celsius. So that would be like in the upper 30s, maybe around 40 degrees. I don't know. I don't know the conversion. I know 0 Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit. That's freezing. The time here is 7:45 in the morning, if that's what you're asking, Trevor. I apologize if I missed your comment. Rapid Puma. I think I remember you. Yep. If you're early, you're on time. You can't be on time. How do you expect to be on time if you can't be early? I always tell my guys that too. If you can't be early, how can you expect to be on time? On time is 1 second. After that, you're late. Band life sucks. Your city's closer to the Himalayas. That's crazy. Rapid, I think I remember you. I don't recall. I apologize. I've had a lot of people coming through here. I try to remember people's names, but I'm not that good at it, and I have admitted that multiple times. That I'm horrible with names. And Terry knows. That's one thing I liked about the military. Everybody's name was on their shirt. So I didn't really have to remember people's names. So yeah, that was very easy. And then they started putting people's names on the back of their hats. So when they're walking away, you can call them out too. That was great. So yeah, you'll have to forgive me if I don't remember your name on the stream every time. If you show up more often, I'll start to remember you more. All right, Matthew, thanks for swinging by. I'm doing this every morning. If you want to swing by again tomorrow, don't cite too many children at the post office. You know, and say, yeah, I'm pretty good with faces and the names too. Yeah. Our speedster, our 7:30 speedster didn't go by today. She must be off this week or something. She may be off this whole week. How tall am I? I'm 5'11", 71 inches. Yep. Oh man. Well, it's getting close for me to go. I appreciate all of you guys hanging out with me this morning with a cup of coffee. Join me again tomorrow if you like. Watch some other videos. Tell a friend, like, subscribe. Don't grab pit bulls, and say hi to a stranger. Other than that, have a great day, and I will talk to you guys later.